Hi, my name is Lackéus. I work as an educational researcher at Chalmers University. In this video, I will go through what has come to be called value creation pedagogy. I will talk about it from three perspectives: what, why, and how. In short, value creation pedagogy is about getting deeper learning on all levels of the education system. It is achieved by connecting knowledge with actions and feelings. It can be done for children in preschool, for pupils in compulsory schools or high schools, for students at universities and colleges, and for adult learners in educational activities in general. When their knowledge and skills are directed outwards so that they get an opportunity to create something of value to external people here and now, their sense of meaningfulness in learning increases sharply. Then their knowledge is also deepened, and this makes them perform better academically too. But let's be more specific about value creation pedagogy. What does this mean? Well, it's basically about learning through creating value for others. Let students learn by applying their knowledge and skills to try to create something of value to at least one external stakeholder outside their group, class, or school. Learning knowledge and skills is of course the goal, but value creation for others is the means that enhances this goal. It is a creative exercise. Students create something physical or intellectual that is to be appreciated by an external person who then gives feedback. It is the attempt that counts, not the potential value that might be created. The one they are trying to create value for needs to be able to give feedback on how it was perceived. This means that not only people can be recipients of value, animals and indeed plants can also provide feedback. A plant will become green if you take good care of it. Built into this definition, we also find a progression model. Students can start by creating value for someone outside their own group, but within their own class. Then they can go ahead and create value outside their class, but within the safe walls of the school, college, or university. In the last step, they take the step out in society and then also enjoy the strongest effects on learning, motivation, and engagement. But what does the word value mean? Well, here is a model for what value can mean. The model shows 5 different types of value that can be created for oneself and for others. This gives us a total of 10 different perspectives on value. People can create enjoyment value, social value, harmony value, influence value, or economic value, both for themselves and for others. Here are some examples of value creation pedagogy in practice. In our research, we have studied examples from all levels of education. Children in preschool have helped architects design a new building. Students in primary school have lobbied in national media to save their favorite TV program from being cancelled. Students in primary school have taught elderly how to use iPads. Students in a primary school in Turkey have used waste materials to craft toys for orphan kids. Students in a lower secondary school have arranged sport activities for refugees. Students in an upper secondary school have written the music to text written by younger students. Music students at a university have developed their own personal value pitch. University students in architecture have worked with real missions in society. University students in chemistry have educated people in working life in biomaterials. Students have also, for example, been asked to write an elderly person's biography. They've been tourist guides, they have helped pubs to be environmentally conscious, they have made fire safety reports for their own homes, they have written books, they've engaged in issues close to their hearts such as internet hate, they have debated in the local media, they've tried to act on the United Nations 17 sustainability goals, they have helped architects design a new playground, they have helped researchers collect data, and much, much more. Well, a lot of examples. But what is the pattern here? I think that value creation pedagogy illustrates a paradox, an altruistic paradox. It seems that we humans are more motivated by creating value for others in 10 minutes than by creating value for ourselves in 10 years. And if that's the case, it might be better to ask students, for whom is this knowledge valuable today, than to say to them, you will have use for this knowledge in the future. So, how can a teacher know if an activity is in line with what we here label value creation pedagogy? Here are 2 questions any teacher can ask herself. If the answer to both questions is yes, then it is a case of value creation pedagogy. Question 1. Are my students expected to interact with someone outside their own group, class or school, even if it can be scary? And question 2. Are my students expected to try to create something of value for someone outside their own group, class or school? 2 simple questions. Now let's turn to the why question around value creation pedagogy. There are 4 difficult and important challenges that all teachers face and where value creation pedagogy can help. Value creation pedagogy gives us more motivated students who feel more meaning in their education and therefore work harder and learn more. Value creation pedagogy makes it easier for teachers to achieve pedagogical variation and thus reach more of their students, or even all of them, in a better way. Value creation pedagogy gives a much better social climate in the class, which leads to less conflict in class, which in turn makes students collaborate better together and thus learn more. Value creation pedagogy makes students develop their entrepreneurial competencies, which will make them succeed better in working life and in life as a whole. These are all effects we have seen in our research on value creation pedagogy. Finally, let's look at how to do value creation pedagogy. The most important thing to remember is that you don't need to change your entire pedagogical approach. Just add a drop of interaction with the outside world for your students, and a drop or 2 of letting your students create value for external people. No need to mix even. The new color will spread throughout everything you do in the classroom. And if you work like this from time to time, over and over, a new culture will establish in your class. For every new assignment, students will always ask themselves, for whom can we do this? Value creation pedagogy is also about inviting your students to co-create. Asking questions to your students is a powerful approach, such as, for whom can this knowledge be valuable today? What effects can we create based on who we are and what we care about, what we can and who we know? What works well and how can we get more of that? How can we know what people need? Let's go out and ask them. How can we know what is valuable? Let's test a prototype. If we look at how teachers have actually worked in practice with value creation pedagogy, we see a number of things. Students have been activists. Students have tried a profession, small scale, such as engineer, journalist, architect. Students have helped other people, ordinary people, or particularly vulnerable people. Students have been guided in their careers. Students have worked across subjects. Students with different diagnoses have been helped in particular, since a lack of resilience in the face of a meaningless school is common. Finally, a really good starting point for value creation pedagogy is United Nations 17 Sustainability Goals. Just ask your students, how can we use our knowledge and skills to act on goal number 2, 6, 14, etc. Okay, that was all. Thank you for listening. If you want to read more about our work with value creation pedagogy, go to the website www.vcplist.com. Bye for now.